Hello, you guys.
Hey,
Oh, there's Robbie.
Robbie's here.
Yep.
How's the sound?
Yeah, you're gonna have to let us know because everything is set up exactly like it always is. So I'm really hoping that that it's not Restream having an issue. But and there is maybe Keith and Ryan. Yep. Okay, great. Sounds good so far. Good. I don't know. When we jumped off of your live, it
There was still sound.
yeah, I thought we caused that reverb, but once we had it had disconnected us. When we were listening, it still did it like a couple more times. So, and Monty thought Robbie, he seems like he said he thought that you had a little bit of sound trouble. That's why we were wondering if maybe it was Restream.
Not just on Farm to Table, not his.
Oh, not on Robbie's live.
No.
Okay. So it was setting in Restream, I think. Okay. Yeah. Well, hopefully we won't have any issues here. And oh my. So I don't even know. We didn't get to hear a lot of I didn't on Robbie's. We were coming in late like always.
Because it's still the daylight outside.
Until it reaches dark. We're racing to get in. Okay, let me see here.
Hey, Greg.
Okay. Let me see if I can I'm trying to get to ours. Okay.
Good luck.
What? Oh.
Well, when you go on that, it's so far delayed.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Want me to drive this thing?
I don't know. What do you got to do to it?
I'm going to post the link.
Oh, okay.
Last week you posted the link.
I did.
Mm-hmm. And you hit a couple of different buttons. I'm not sure what happened. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Just before setting up, let me go back here. Hi, Joy. How are you? Okay. Ryan or Keith is saying, just before setting up, we changed some settings due to bad advice. Oh, we tried to change it back in the middle of the stream, but it wouldn't do it. Okay.
Yeah, we've heard about that on Restream. Once you start something, you can't change it once you've gone live.
Right. At least I know that about the format, whether you're going vertical or horizontal. Hi, Robbie.
Hello.
Good deal. Okay, we can hear you.
Me okay?
Yeah.
Yep, everything's A-okay.
Yeah. Hi, Farm All Fours.
Good. Hi, Shane.
Yes. Shane with Farm All Fours. I need and make sure my volume is all the way down over there. Hey, yeah, Greg and Donna.
Those problems were not on your side at all because as I said, I could hear them fine at first, but then I started and I couldn't hear anything Ryan was saying at all. So I got out of there and got back on YouTube and I could hear it just fine.
Well, we tried going to YouTube. She tried going to YouTube after that, and it was still crazy. So I don't know.
I didn't have any trouble when I got on YouTube, but boy, when I was on Restream, it wasn't happening. And I kept hearing myself in my earbud, and that was driving me crazy.
Yeah, that's hard. Totally knocks my concentration.
Hey, Janae.
Hello, Janae. Oops, go back that. Let's see. Well, what has everybody been up to? Okay.
10K coop is almost done.
Well, it has birds in it. We have moved half of them over. And Actually, when we get done here, we're going to go out and grab the other half and put them into their little chalet. Oh, let's see.
Geese wanting in.
There we go. Yay.
You're like, I hope this guy don't mess us up.
Sound good, Keith?
Yeah. I think Monty had it right. Anytime that you preset something on Restream, you can't go back. And I think that's what happened. But what we were trying to explain in an earlier was whenever we listen back to our things and somebody else is talking, it'll cancel that other individual out. And it's not like natural speaking. Like if Ryan told a joke and then I laughed at it, one of us would get canceled out. Have you experienced that at all, Monty?
No, we haven't experienced
I
that.
don't think so.
And right now, you are cutting out a little bit every once in a while.
Oh, wow.
Just a little bit, I was hearing.
Okay.
Hey, Andrew.
Do you hear that, Robbie?
What? I'm not hearing anything. I'm sorry. I stepped over to send a message.
Yeah.
We were just seeing if it sounded like Keith was cutting out just a little.
I thought he sounded just fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it was my ears that was cutting out.
Okay. So we were trying to solve that problem. We don't know why we were having it. So we looked it up in ChatGPT and it told us try these settings. That should help. And we did. And that didn't work. So we went back and reset everything during midstream and nothing worked. But you can see I'm on here now. Now maybe my Wi-Fi or something is not doing great at the moment. But as you can see, I'm not getting that feedback that I was.
Yeah.
No, you sound just fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Your audio, it was a strange audio. It wasn't like a reverb or a feedback. It was just a strange audio sound.
Well, let me tell you the changes that it said to make. It said take off the echo and there was another setting. It said turn those two off and then turn your stereo on. And that's what it said. And that's what we did. And man, it just started immediately on mine, just giving me this. Every time I would say something, it would speak back to me. So the echo cancellation wasn't working. So,
Well, that's what I said. That's what I noticed because when I talk right now, I don't hear myself in my earbud at all. But when I was talking on there, I kept hearing myself in the earbud. So I knew it was doing double for everybody else.
right. So I don't know exactly what our situation is on ours, why they cancel out. Whenever Ryan talks and I talk at the same time, it cancels it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Your audio sounded much louder than Ryan's audio because I ended up even having to, when it wasn't reverbing or anything, I had to bump the mic up, the speaker up because his volume was so much lower compared to your volume. So
Right. So now
but
we
I've
know.
never noticed that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't mess you guys up.
No, you didn't.
It was one way to test the theory, right? So, so
Janae,
anyway,
tell Avid we said hi.
Oh,
and
yes. Janae, tell Avid we said hello. Avid is just wrapping up soon. Okay.
who's Avid?
We
Avid
might
fisherman.
I might have missed it, but what was Jack at? How come Jack wasn't on?
They were coming back from somewhere and they had a little family problem that they had to deal with. So
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And I think he did actually jump on just at the very end. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think he was trying to make whether it was on his phone and they're driving or whatever. Or Dina.
I think they said they had made it back, but
Okay. I'm reading chat. Oh, I don't know. Might go find Monty's hunting his phone now. So, oh, we thought we were ready for this. Oh man. So we were just out reading. Okay, Janae is saying hello. Hello with everybody. We were so we were talking about having to move the birds over tonight. So the last few of the little birds, and we were actually working on their yard because my old coop run, we took that old coop out, put the new coop in, had to kind of build it out on the inside. But I split the yard because I've got two different coops. And
Three.
no, one's a nursery. One's a nursery or a sick bay. But so
We've been catching mice by the dozens.
Yeah, we're still fighting mice.
Still.
And I don't know if any of you guys have noticed this, but I don't know where the snakes are this year.
We'd be importing them.
I know. I would come get some black snakes if I knew who had them. We always have so many
Black snakes.
and we even have
Rats,
the copperheads, the pygmy rattlers, and I think we've literally caught one small copperhead at the first of summer, which usually it's August, and then maybe a pygmy. I'm not even sure in the traps that I have for them. Nothing. We have not any others, and two books.
Yeah.
And I think that was just one. I think it just showed up twice. It was hunting those mice. But I don't know where it went. And if we have mice this bad in September, I'm a little concerned. So
We've got the live traps, and every time we bait those, there's
over a dozen.
There's over a dozen, sometimes 15, 17 mice in those traps.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're I don't know, a foot bit long, maybe not a foot, but maybe like a 6x10 little metal box. And we the mice around here really love field corn.
Yeah,
So
they don't care for chicken feed.
I think because it's just been a smorgasbord for them.
So,
They can have it whenever they wanted. They wanted the corn.
So we started baiting it with corn, and every time we do that, we catch 10, 12, 14, 15, 17.
Mercy.
I know.
Mercy.
We've got about 3 of them out there.
Michelle,
Now
I think
that you mention it, go ahead, Keith.
Michelle, I think maybe you scared them off. Remember earlier in the spring, you had to free that black snake. Do you remember that? He went back and told all of his friends, this scary white lady up here at this farm, won't even bother.
Stay away.
No. See, I'm thinking the one that came back, the one that we actually saw, I'm thinking it was that snake. I'm thinking he was like, oh, okay, you guys are nice. I'm going to hang out.
All right.
But he didn't hang out very long.
Hey, you didn't kill me. I'm coming back.
I know.
Well, I hadn't thought about it, but I don't think I've seen but 1 or 2 of those black snakes this year.
Oh, really?
This is a first.
Yeah,
That's
usually we have. By this time, we pulled 2 or 3 of them out of the chicken coop, but we haven't.
Oh, man.
We
Yeah.
haven't seen any.
Well, we didn't have our chicken coop this year to pull them out of. They were living in the coop walls in the old coop, I'm sure. I'm sure they moved in, warmed up, and they just spent the majority of their time under, because always before the mice disappeared in the summer and through the fall and everything, it was in the wintertime that they started ramping up and we would start seeing them. And then by spring, you knew the mouse infestation was back. And
Greg said he's had several copperheads.
we have every year. We've had some big ones. We get the baby ones because I have those traps that we have on all 4 sides of the house. And I've got one out by the coop, or I had one out by the coop, the old one. And then I've got one by the greenhouse. And there's just been no snakes this year.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what's different, but I'm worried because we have a lot of mice still. Not like we did. Not like we did, but I don't know what it's going to be like going into winter.
Yeah. What was it the other night? We had a raccoon on the front porch.
Oh.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
You better hope they don't decide to come in the house.
They can't get in the
Where
house.
it's warm.
No, they can't get in the house. Oh, let's see. No, but I try not to feed my kitty. She likes to come up on the porch and eat. And I try not to feed her late because I don't want food left over. But there was food left over that night. And I actually picked the bowl up because I was like, oh, better not leave it down here on the ground. So I put it up on a cabinet that's close by over there by the door. And was it on the camera? It was.
Mhm.
It was. Was it the
Raccoon
next
was-
morning I
Yeah.
got it? I saw it.
No, it was at night.
Yeah. And so a raccoon, because we've got cameras and my notification went off, but it was climbing up the side of that cabinet and then it fell. And so I think though it tripped my our camera. And so our camera was videoing, but it fell. I think it kind of stayed and tried to get it because the food was about gone. But it didn't trip the camera a second time. So I didn't get to see it, the second time once it got up on there. I guess there was just a lag between when the video shut off and maybe the raccoon skedaddled at that time. But we haven't seen that before. Monty's looking for the feed, I think, right now. And I don't know. And what day are you on? Because it was
Friday.
like Friday. Yeah, it was like 3 a.m. I think. That's why I think we saw it on the next meeting. But anyway, we don't normally see raccoons. And the night before, my son saw a possum up here. So that's probably it right there. But I don't know. But I would welcome some snakes. I would. Oh my. And
So, Robbie, what's been your experience with the mice and the snakes this year?
Haven't seen a whole lot of snakes. Sonia saw a few babies early on,
Uh-huh.
and we did see a small one. I think it may have been a king snake. I don't know. As soon as we saw it, the chicken came and grabbed it and took off with it. But I killed a rat. I mean, if it was a mouse, I mean, it was a big one. But I've got some mice out there, but I guarantee I wouldn't catch 10 to 12 to 14 to 15. But I'm planning on
and
getting
some of these are
cats.
little too. So
Yeah.
some cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Michelle, can you catch several in that box at a time? Or is it just one, it's a trap that just one gets in?
I got these.
Are you talking about the snakes?
No,
The mice.
Mice.
the mice.
Oh yeah.
They're live traps, and I just got them off of Amazon, and they're metal boxes, and so the lid will lift. And I got the second time I ordered them, I got the kind that's got it's almost like a plastic top, so you can kind of see down in there. Once it gets a little bit old, it's very hard to see down through that plastic, and it's a thin little plastic. But the mice literally go in and they can't come back out. And so I just throw a couple handfuls of corn in there. And so that way, technically, you can relocate them. Or I have relocated a lot in past days.
I dispatch.
Monty dispatch. I just try not to. Yeah, he
Michelle,
dispatches
did you
now.
I find
There's
out
too
how long
many.
they can hold their breath
Oh,
underwater.
Monty.
Michelle,
Oh.
did it ever
So-
occur to you you're getting the same mice coming back?
Thank you.
You'd be surprised at how far they come back from.
Is that right?
Well, my brother-in-law had a coon that was coming to his house, and he caught it and he took it and
Uh-oh.
relocated it. Well, it had this place on the side of its head that it was missing fur.
Mhm.
He ended up catching that thing
Oh, no.
4 times, took it further every time. He ended up catching it 4 times before he finally got tired of doing that.
Oh my.
So Ryan was telling me a story about cats that you have to take them further away than like 2 or 3 miles, or they can find their way back home every time. I don't know how that works, or but that's what he thinks. He said cats, it's hard to get rid of a cat if somebody takes them very far away.
Yeah.
How similar is a coon from a cat? Or,
Go there.
Yeah, I'm trying to like compare the two together. Like maybe they've got that same sense. I don't know.
mice may
Anybody,
have it.
any cat people in the audience? Maybe you guys know.
I don't know. We've got a lot of the same stray cats that show up, and they tend to stay a little bit. We scare them off. I try to make sure I don't have any of Coco's food or anything out, which we try to really scare them off pretty good, because Coco doesn't do well. She doesn't play nice with others, and she's a small little kitty, or she's 8 years old. She's getting to be an old girl, but we try to make sure that we run them off pretty good. And but I mean, we've never dispatched any or anything like that. But
But what? Our oldest
but they
boy,
come back, is what I was going to say. They
Our
make the
oldest
rounds
boy-
again.
our oldest boy, he lives like 4 miles away, 4.5,
Yeah.
something like that.
No, I didn't want you to tell that one.
And he took one to his house, a cat,
Mm-hmm.
and it hasn't come back.
Right. So I think 3 to 4 miles. So hopefully not. I hope she hasn't come back. But he said they've got lots of places in their neighborhood.
Delighted
So-
we've got the lid for the 5-gallon bucket,
Yeah.
but we have other critters that will eat the bait off the top of the bucket. So
Yeah. We're we don't have a lot of places we can do that bucket.
we have chickens, we have dogs, we have cats.
Yeah, and where we need to put the bucket is really in there with Rhodey and the sheep, and where all the chickens have been and everything. So we haven't been able to do that one. I think we could go now and put it down there by the hay to make sure they don't get in the hay. And now that we hopefully have our chickens contained,
You've still got 3 of them running around loose.
yeah, I've had 6. I've had 6. A third of my birds out of my large coop
Hey,
kept
we could go
kept
ahead
getting
we
out.
could go ahead and bait it. The mice would fall in it, then the chicken would fall in it, and the chicken would eat the mice. And then we could put the chicken in with the rest
I
of them.
don't think the chicken will fall
Money,
in. She'd probably take
Money, I
it.
think you just built a better mousetrap.
I think so
what,
too.
what,
I have a good idea every now and then.
what that reminds me of, what Lee went outside earlier tonight and said there was a mouse laying by the freezer in our garage, a dead one. And he said 2 chickens were headed towards it. Well, I went out there later and the mouse is not there anymore. So
Uh-huh. Draw your own conclusion.
I know. Oh,
I just
know.
want to
Oh,
say over here that Greg or Donna said we have our daughter's cat and she lives 3 miles away or so. That cat came back the next day. So that's kind of backing up what Ryan was saying earlier. And
Oh.
that's really bizarre for me.
Oh man. Oh, I hope not. But let's see. It's been over a month.
Yeah.
It's been over a month since that black cat, because she was in a couple of shorts, because I really thought she was going to get along with Coco. And then I realized she was not getting along with Coco. And I thought, well, I wasn't really sure who the aggressor was, but it come to find out it was the black cat, because then Coco started disappearing for days at a time. And that always worries me, because she's just my little kitty, and she's just a small little girl. And so
When she's furry, she looks big, but whenever she sheds her hair in the summer,
She's- She's
tiny.
like 5 pounds. So
Maybe
maybe, yeah. So
Hawk could take her real easy.
yeah, they really could. And so she's been matter of fact, our neighbor has had multiple kittens that she's raised, and for barn cats and stuff to live out there in the barn with the horse and things like that. And every one of their cats in the last year and a half, I guess, they've had 3 of them. They've all come down with bobcat fever. And so they've disappeared. And so we've just never had any problem with Coco. But she stays on our property. She's older, she's spayed, so she doesn't roam. And when I saw that black cat chase her off, like literally just off of the property, the black cat got the better end of the deal because my son took her away. Because you can't let your little babies.
And we've got a lot of bobcats out here.
Yeah, they have seen more on their trail cams. We haven't seen them in person since like the first year we moved out here. And
But we heard them.
oh yeah,
If you've never heard a bobcat,
mating.
whatever that is,
Oh,
it sounds like a baby
Yep,
screaming.
they sound pretty
Mhm.
terrible.
because it sounds horrible. And matter of fact, I called our kids because they're just next door and our grandbabies, and made sure everything was okay. And he stepped outside and he's like, those are bobcats. And they sounded close. They were in our canyons. So, and I'm sure it echoed,
Yeah.
down there in
And it was
that canyon. But
eerie sounding. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah, so not
Oh.
anything I want to hear again, but I had to pull it up. We had to pull it up online and listen to it. And it's like, okay, yep, that's what it was. Because it's terrifying to hear screaming that you
Like
think
that.
is human.
Yep.
You think it's human screaming.
If you ever hear
And-
a panther scream, it sounds like a woman screaming. It's pretty wild too.
It's eerie, like a woman that is
Oh.
in trouble or something. That's the first thing you think in your mind. Oh my God, who's hurting somebody?
Who's trying to hurt her? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say about
Yeah.
getting cats. We want to get some kittens, some to get used to being here. But I'm gonna have to put them
Yeah.
up for a while and get them out a little bit at a time. 1, to get them used to being here. 2, to get Luna used to them so she doesn't hurt them wanting to play with them,
Yeah.
because she's a little rambunctious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We kept ours in a crate because the lady was going to take them to the pound, and it was somebody my dad knew. And so he was like, he gave me a ring, and he kept telling me, just joking, I'm going to bring you a cat. I'm going to bring you a cat. And he would always say, well, don't bring just one, because I didn't want just one of some. I just thought he was joking. He did the same thing with rabbits. And all of a sudden, he showed up one day and he had 2 kittens. And I don't think I was not even sure they were weaned yet. But we kept them in a crate, in a dog crate. And I put a little box with blanket, and they had the double layer and stuff where they could jump up. And we kept them out there for several weeks. And then we would start opening the gate but you could probably put them out, if they're big enough, you could probably put them outside, under a tree or in a shade or something. So they were in the crate. Luna could get familiar with them. But
Yeah. I'll have
I
to
don't
do
know.
something to let her get close to them and get familiar so that she won't be so rough.
yeah,
Yeah, ours was rough with one of the kittens. And
we lost one.
yeah.
Well, ours, Remy, our house dog, our boxer, she was doing okay with them, and Co wouldn't hang around. But Callie, they're calico cats, and so we had Callie and we had Co, and Callie was just such a sweet, lovable. She would stay up on the porch, and Remy would do okay with her. She wouldn't. She just kind of ignored her a little bit. But my son had come up, and his dog was up here, and we had Ringo at the time too. So
Yeah.
we had 2 dogs, and when it was the three of them, Monty let them out in the yard, the front one day, and I was gone. And Callie just laid there, and and they took off after her, and I think she tried to run too late, and they got a hold of her, and then she ended up not coming back. So, but I think she had internal injuries and stuff because she had gone into the kitty coop, where their little safety was.
Well, I got her and took her in there.
Oh, did you put her in there? Okay. Yeah. So, but we could tell she was having problems. So it was a sad deal. I was not happy. So.
Sorry, Greg's little story there.
Oh yeah.
Pretty bad.
Oh, come on, man.
What?
El chupacabra.
So we just have Co now. And so she has the run of the front yard. So Remy lost permission to go to the front yard. And but she's a boxer. She has that prey instinct,
If they'll just stand their ground and just mess with her, she'll go on. But if something runs from her, the chase is on.
Yeah. And I just wouldn't. We've never had a boxer that played well with others, and she hasn't. We don't have Ringo anymore because she didn't play nice, and she attacked him multiple times. Had to go to the vet.
We're not likely to come visit you guys. You know that, right?
Yeah. Now, Rhodey's another story. We can put animals out there with Rhodey, and he'd just probably love them.
But he does chase the chickens if they could try to get in his food.
Yeah, he does chase. He does. Well, and he does chase a cat. He doesn't like cats.
Yeah.
Coco won't go near the fence over there where Rhodey is, but.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how Thor would react to the cats. He's great with the goats, and he's gotten used to the cows, but he will just end a chicken real fast if it gets in his pen because he plays with it, and he plays too hard with it. But I don't know about a cat. That could be a problem too.
Yeah. How old is Thor?
Gosh, Thor is 6 or 7. I'd have to think real good but he's 6 or 7 years old.
Okay.
But
yeah.
Got to be the best livestock guardian dog around, but ain't sure how he'd do with it.
Yeah, I know.
Well, guys, just real quick, I got to bug out. My son just opened the door there and stuck food in my face. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's right.
We'll be listening in the background.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you.
We'll see, Keith.
Oh my. Let's see. Okay, John and Kelly said they make a trapdoor lid for 5-gallon buckets for mice. Yeah, John, that's what we have. And I actually think now we could go ahead and bait that one and put it down there by the feed and the hay. In that way, any mice that get out there, hopefully keep them out of the hay. We don't have a whole lot of hay right now, but we're just keeping little bits on hand until the wintertime. There's Jack. Hello, Jack. Jack and Dina, maybe? Yes, thank you. Hit the thumbs up. We'd appreciate that. And John and Kelly, yep.
I don't have any trouble believing Bear loves people.
Oh, volume.
Volume down in another conversation.
Yeah.
Volume.
I told Jack he confused me when he said that at first. I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah.
I know. Okay, it's creepy sounding. Okay, he must be talking about the bobcats or
the bobcat, yeah.
John, like a banshee.
Banshee. Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see. What did Greg say? What was really creepy was a dog we had dumped on us that we called Chupacabra. The neighbor ran over and killed it. I told him no problem, and I took it off. A few days later, that dog came back. Oh Oh man, that would be creepy. Let's see. What did he say? The neighbor stopped by and said, "Isn't that the dog I killed?" Oh, Janae.
There really was a chupacabra.
Yeah. Janae loves lambs and horses, fish. Oh,
I love horses, but gosh, we had some horses at one time, and they're a lot of work, especially when you get them young and you got to break them and all that. Oh, they're a lot of work. Just got to be too much for us.
I like horses. We've just never had them, and they're just so much power and weight there that, you know, I like my sheep because you can just kind of maneuver them and make them go where you want to go. And you don't have to worry about them stepping on you and knocking you over. And I mean, they can knock you over and step on your feet. But
you gotta have room to run them and
just
ride them.
We just don't.
We had one, and I was holding her rope one time, and I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden she got scared and bolted and just ripped that rope out of my hand, and I did not have a glove on. That hurt so bad.
Oh my.
Instant blisters.
Tore my hand up.
Yeah. No, my grandparents had horses. I grew up with them having a few, and we always rode them when we were down there, but I was pretty young. So, and I got bucked off. So we always rode the Shetland. I always ended up on the Shetland.
Yeah.
And it was, she was a mean bugger. And then I was always timid and scared to ride her, but there's just so much power. Like my sheep get startled all the time, you know, and you can be out there and they'll get startled and they may end up on your feet or, you know, bumping into you or something, but they're 100 pounds. They're 110 pounds, something like that. It's not going to take you down, but
depends on where
my
they
parents had a true. My parents had a horse when I was a kid, and her name was Patches. She wasn't a Palomino, but she looked like one kind of, but she was wonderful. I got to ride her all the time when I was very young. I was like 7, 8, 9 years old.
Yeah.
And I loved having that horse around. But then one time, my dad put another horse in the other stall. He was keeping it for a friend for a few days, and she got so jealous she kicked the back of her stall out. She did not like having that other horse in that stall with her.
Yeah, I know the two that my grandparents had. We had Tucson and Ginger, and Tucson was just a big. I don't know what type of horse. I think she was just a pretty brown horse. But it was Ginger, the Shetland, that had so much attitude. But I know Tucson.
Well, she was a Shetland.
Yeah, she was a Shetland. I know.
If you don't know, Shetlands have an attitude.
They have an attitude.
Yeah.
But Tucson also.
Little horse syndrome, little person syndrome, you know, in a horse.
Little punk, yeah. Tucson, my cousins and sisters and stuff, they were all older, but they would get in trouble because they would want to take the horses down to the pond and swim with them. And that was just a big off limits. Nope, you're not doing that. And at least I think that was with my dad. And he had told the older sisters and stuff, no, you're not doing that. And
that's the best thing in the summertime, riding bareback.
Yeah.
Let them go out into the pond and then just slide off the back and hang on with their tail.
Yeah.
And right before they start coming out, you pull yourself back up.
Well, I never did that because I was always stuck with the Shetland. I always had Ginger, but and I was small. I was young. And I think I was, for the most part, usually on her with somebody else. And I know she just bucked us off. I think I was the only one on her when she bucked me off because I didn't want to get back on her. I was just like, I think I'll get on the other one. But the other one would always go and stand at the fence because she used to live across the road at the neighbors. And I think they had some other animals and stuff. I'm not sure, but sometimes she would just take off And it didn't matter, my cousins, sisters, whoever, didn't matter what they did. She was heading over to the fence. She was getting up in the corner of that fence because she wanted in another pasture. And so they have an attitude, or they can really have an attitude. And that's just a lot of weight and a lot of power. So I have never.
My best friend, when I was a teenager, his dad ran the Baptist Home for Children, and my parents lived just right by it. So I'd walk over to his house all the time, and we could just go to the barn and get on a couple of the horses and ride them around. We'd only ride them in there corral that they had right there and all, but we could get on them, saddle them up and get on. And so I got to ride horses a good bit then.
Yeah. Well, I told her.
And I didn't have to take care of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we go to the rendezvous, my aunt and uncle used to have a big ranch.
Not far from there.
Not far from there. So we're going to go by there and see it. And when I was 8, 9, 10 years old, they had a horse on their property. His name was Pepper, and I could call him up with a sack of feed. And I was so small that I couldn't saddle him by myself, but if I wanted to ride him, I had to saddle him. But they had split rail fences around their house, so I would drag the saddle out of the garage, put it up on that fence, call him over with a sack of feed, put his bridle on him, and then he would turn around and I could throw the blanket and I could throw the saddle up and then I could saddle him. But then I had to get on him from that rail because I couldn't reach the stirrups from the ground. And then I'd ride him all day long.
Oh, yeah. And I was just kind of scrolling through here too. I was just now seeing, for some reason the chat wasn't moving. And I was seeing, Janae, you were telling a lot about your mom and your sister and your grandma, Josephine. They love horses. Yeah, when Monty and I were dating, when we started dating, he was he was doing rodeos. He was a bareback. He would go and do bareback riding. And yeah. I think I remember the last rodeo you were in, and it was when you had your arm stepped on. I think you got bucked off and your arm got stepped on, and his arm was just swollen and purple.
I was more interested in it ripped a good shirt I had on.
Yeah. But yeah,
he's the screen door king.
Yep.
What?
Screen door king.
Oh. Yeah, that was hey, I mean, you get a glimpse of the inside right there. And so that big, tall 7-foot screen door that he built me, that's right in the center. Well, that's my nursery. That's my sick bay for my birds. And so when I'm, there's room back there to put the heat plate and stuff. And as they grow out, they'll either go in one coop or the other. And that way they're getting acclimated to both coops. So whichever one they're going to go in. And then, after they've done their grow out in there, then I can go in and move them to whichever side they're going to live on.
You said there were 2. I was wondering why there was 3 doors. So.
Right. Yeah. Yep. And we haven't done the coop tour yet. We're,
she's working on it.
Yeah. I really wanted, we still haven't got my little Frizzle girls in their side. We're doing that tonight. If all goes well, hope it's not raining or anything else. And, but we moved the other girls last week, I think, and they're doing good. Now, my main egg layers, my main flock, we lost Frizzy Cosmo. And so we're down to 18 in there. And so we moved all 18. No, we did not move all 18 over. Did we move 16 of them over? Because we had 2 that have flown the coop and we can't catch them. And they come out during the day and then, they're going to sleep wherever.
Knows where they are at night.
Yep. And so we didn't have I had to put netting up. I have to, I've got 4-foot fences. So for their chicken run, we do not have walls and all of that outside. They're under trees. So I can't even really put netting over the top or whatever because trees lose limbs and trees lose leaves. And it's just a big mess if you try putting bird netting up. So we put bird netting basically along the top of our fencing.
Higher than they can fly.
Higher than they should be able to fly.
Should be. So there you go.
So we just got that done because we've had a third of the birds over there out all week. And they'll just follow me right back in when I'm giving them scratch or something. And then I turn around and they're over. So actually today, that's kind of what we were doing, is getting the netting up where they can't fly over. And I didn't want them, I couldn't move the other ones into their little coop until we get that bird netting up, because I don't want them all mixed. I don't want the big girls flying into the little girls' coop. Because I have big girls and little girls.
She's trying to switch over to all heavy birds that can't fly.
Yeah. Then you don't have to worry about it as much, because big girls just don't try to get out. Or frizzles don't really try to get out because they've got mutated wings and they can't fly.
I like the big girls. That's what we get. We always have the bigger chickens. So
I have the olive eggers and the Americanas, and I got those years and years ago, those breeds, and I've hatched out so many of them. I liked the blue and green eggs with the, I liked the colored eggs. But now I'm just so tired of those little scrawny, flighty little birds. I like Cochins and Orpingtons and, oh gosh, I've got, rocks and things like that. But
I got to say, Americanas are my favorites. I just love the Americanas. I can't help it.
Yeah, I've got a couple Americanas over there that are not too bad. I don't think they've got too much olive egger in them. The olive eggers to me are as bad as the leghorns, and I haven't had leghorns in forever. I don't like just flighty birds that are just crazy,
Now, what's the one
that you can't get near?
What's the one I convinced you to keep?
Oh my gosh. So I had a lady that wanted to come pick up one of the roosters, my Mr. Big Boy, Mr. Large Fowl Cochin. He's as big, silver laced, beautiful.
He's as big as a turkey.
He's as big as a turkey, and I'm pretty sure he's going to injure a few hens. But
he's massive,
and he's pretty. He's calm and docile. He's just like laid back.
And what is he?
He's feathered.
He's a coach. He's a large fowl Cochin.
Okay.
It's called, there's Jack. He is a silver laced large fowl Cochin.
Okay.
Hi, Jack.
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Hey, Jack.
He's looking down on us.
I am.
Yeah, he's looking down on us. There
Is
you
that
go. Yeah.
Long,
Oh,
long
my.
day. I just wanted to pop in and say thank y'all for covering me, Ryan. I thought Keith was in here, but man,
He was earlier.
been quite a day. I don't know what I got going here. I got something messed up. Anyway,
Oh, join the crowd. It's been that way.
night, yeah.
we just got
Yeah.
home from taking care of some family stuff.
Oh,
And yeah, what a weekend.
I hope everything's okay.
I'm sorry.
It's
Jack.
gonna be. It's gonna be. It's just
Good.
yeah, family stuff. I'll probably tell you more about it when we're in
Oh,
person
good.
and not on the internet.
Okay, that's fine.
That's
True,
only a
yeah.
week and a half away.
Yes, it is
That's what I was going to say, Robbie. We're not far. Oh my gosh.
coming quick. So,
Yes, it is.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now we'll already be back home.
That's right. That's crazy to think.
Oh, my
hey, don't be thinking that way. Let's not look past it yet.
That's right. Let's look forward to it.
Well, hey, I just wanted to jump in and say hi. I've got to get
Oh.
some chores done around here since we just rolled in, but y'all have a great week
Okay.
and we'll see you later.
All right.
Oh, y'all
Bye,
too.
Jack.
I hope all is good. Tell Dina
I sure
hi.
will.
We miss
Yes,
her.
definitely.
Talk to y'all later.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you guys.
See you, Jack.
Bye.
I was going to tell you, Michelle, you were talking about
Oh.
you having a rooster the size of a turkey. We had one time that was his name. Sonia named him Remus, and he was a blue-laced Wyandotte, and he was
Yeah.
huge. His biggest rooster we've
Okay.
ever had. He was so big that
Okay.
the mail lady would not get out of her car. She'd sit out there and honk her horn for one of us to come out there and get the mail. She
Oh.
would not get out of the car because she was scared of him. And he was the biggest baby. I mean, I would sit down in a chair to feed him bread, and he would be in my lap in just a second. He was
Oh,
a great
man.
bird, and he got
Uh-huh.
killed by two rogue dogs. Just came up in our yard and took out like 9 of our chickens one night. And including him, Sonia was
Uh-huh.
crying her eyes out. That was her favorite
Oh,
ever. Yeah, there's
we have
Dakota
had
and
some
Shayla.
like that. Dakota and Shayla, Fear Not Farm. Hello, guys. Yes, you caught us before we got off. We're not off yet. We're so glad you could jump on.
I was asking her earlier what y'all's new name was.
Yeah, we were. Yes, the Wyandottes get
Yep.
pretty big. We were just talking about the. I have a silver-laced large fowl Cochin, and I found a lady that wanted to come get him maybe. But anyway, Monty told me today, he's like, man, I think he's so cool looking. You need to keep him. I don't know if he can get through the automatic doors, the door cutouts that we just put in for them.
That's funny.
We might have a problem. He is definitely wider and taller. It's just a matter of how bad is he going to want to go outside.
Wow.
But we'll see if he ends up injuring. He's going to actually. I want him to get acclimated and go over into the big girls. Go into my egg layers coop. Same with Mr. Frizzle. Mr. Frizzle has to come out of the little Frizzle coop before I ever get ready to incubate any eggs, because I can't have and that's also why I can't have them in the same coop. I can't have them the ability to jump out and fly into each other's coops, because I can't have that Frizzle rooster breeding the Frizzle hens, because for when I want to incubate eggs. So Cochins have a Frizzle gene, and they're just so doggone cute. And I really like the temperament of them so far. So we'll see. But it's like, well, if I incubate and have a Cochin in with the Frizzles, I got a double Frizzle gene. So
Then we have a frazzle, and that's not good.
no, that's if I put a Frizzle with a Frizzle. If I
Oh.
put a Cochin with a Frizzle, we'll get a double Frizzle gene, and maybe we'll get more Frizzles. Yeah. Michelle, Dakota wants to know if it's a Brahma.
The Brahma.
No, it's a Cochin.
Yeah.
So I don't have any Brahmas. I used to have some buff Brahmas,
Yeah, we had some of those at
but
one
I don't
time.
have any of them anymore.
When we used to have a few of the smaller chickens and such, we actually had a couple of these black Frizzles, and they were so cute. Their little feathers all curled up and on. I had a little rooster. We had Fro and Shizzle. Fro rooster. But poor Shizzle, she never did get all of her feathers. She had these bare spots and all, where she never did. And then before they got really, really fully grown, something got both of them. And Fro was one of my favorite roosters we've ever had. He was so good.
I don't know. I'm going to go over tell me if you can see it. Let's kick over. Let's kick over on that one. Hang on just a second, Robbie.
Okay.
I don't know if you
Got a
can see
bigify.
him.
No, go to the side. Oh, the other way.
Oh, the other way. Other way,
further.
Other way, other way, other way. Now,
He,
back out
he is a
just
big
a
boy.
little bit.
It went
He
off.
is-
Oh, now we've lost.
Lost it. Okay. It's hard to do that. Our camera, we're not using the camera that's right here on the computer. And so that's I don't know. I don't even remember. I think the camera we're using is like maybe a tiny bit better than the camera that's on my laptop. None of them are any good. And we bought another one, tried using it, and it was worse than this one. And it was not an inexpensive camera. So I'm not fully happy with our live stream cameras. But yeah, so it's not right here on our laptop. It's up there.
Yeah.
So we try to remember to look at you guys.
So when I'm doing this,
So
I do my laptop. So the thing I have to do though is I keep all my stuff over here, especially the internet, is on my big screen over here. So I have to remember when I'm doing this, I have to pull it over here so that I can look at the chat and look at everybody, or else I'm just looking like this the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I've told Monty. I've told him, I said, you got to look up because we're constantly, down like this, looking at the computer. And it's like, we got to remember to look up at
That's
you
why
guys.
Sonia and I try have my phone right there and we're doing this the whole time.
Yeah, but when we don't have anybody on, so when we just are bigified, it's just us. It has to be so far away in order to get both of us on a vertical screen.
Right.
Yeah, we're
I know.
we're
We're like,
scooching in to get, and then when somebody joins, it widens out.
yeah, it's it's a better format.
Yeah.
We need to go. We just need to go back to a horizontal feed. But we just
I'll tell you,
haven't done it.
even though I know we still get more views and such, but the last couple of lives or so, we've got like 1 or 2 subscribers. That's it. And we haven't gotten, what's really been crazy is the last 2 or 3 that we've done vertical, we haven't really gotten anybody, hardly any extra people in there, And that's one of the reasons I like
Well,
verticals.
I
I like the
commented-
extra people.
Yeah.
I told her this evening when we were making dinner and watching,
Yeah.
listening to you, I was like, Robbie's not having too many
Too-
trolls on there.
Yeah.
But and it's not even just the trolls. There
Yeah.
was not any. Just that was like 3 or 4 extra people is it, And I like to have lots of those folks coming in because there's a lot of times they have a lot of questions and things, and we get to share some things with them.
Yeah.
I like that, but
I knew you liked. Yeah.
it's been real
And
slow.
tonight we haven't had much.
Yeah, I know.
We haven't had much in the way of
It's timing
Where we gotta
and
lag.
it's the days changing or what, because Donald and Lisa haven't, it's different for them too. I mean, it's not, they still tend to get more extra people in there and all, but it's not as many as it was.
yeah. That's weird.
It's very possible, John.
Okay, let's see. Well, I have had buff Brahmas before. They look a lot like is it the Colombian Wyandottes? The white with the black tipped hackles but my buff Brahmas, that's a specific chicken that we've had. I've never had Cochins, and so Cochins are totally different. Cochins are wearing breeches. They're wearing like pants. They're stocky legged, and they strut around, and they're so different. Now I will say, our little girl, our little Cochin, she's nowhere near as big. She was supposed to be a large fowl Cochin also, but she's like a standard size. She's not a Bantam, but a lot of the Bantams that I have come across, a lot of the Cochins I've come across, they're all Bantams. And so I've actually had Brahmas. So I think, in my experience, they're two different breeds, but they're both more of a kind of a bigger sized bird can be. Well, definitely the large fowls. And the large fowls are kind of rare. And then I guess the standards, I think I saw that Ideal Poultry has got some just regular standard Cochins, but you can't get them till I don't think you can order them till February, and I'm not sure when they're shipping. So, but since we're keeping Big Boy, maybe I'll just see if we get some smaller sized birds. We have one big girl. We have one big Cochin that's full size like him.
Yeah.
And
She's big like him with
she's
full
a barred.
riches.
Yeah, she's like if it was a barred rock, you know what barred rocks look like. She's a
I've
barred
got some of
Cochin,
those.
a barred large fowl Cochin. Yeah, and so we can hatch out some eggs, or incubate some of theirs, and I just am not 100% sure he's not going to hurt some of the olive eggers, but they're getting old and. They're
They
not.
need to go away anyway.
Some of them aren't very nice.
I'm not believing that,
Night,
Dakota.
Greg.
I can't believe you went on a conspiracy
Greg.
rant.
Vertical earlier. I got 5 subs. Be interesting if they contribute to the channel in the future. I went full conspiracy rant on a vertical earlier. Okay. Was it over this past week's event?
I'm
Bet
sure
you.
it was.
Uh-huh. Yeah, good
Well,
night, Greg.
We'll have to go check it out.
Yeah. Dakota, we'll go over there and we'll watch. Hey, do you do a live stream on Sunday nights or Sundays? That was for Dakota. Just curious. Not that we can make it during the day. It's going to have to be a replay. We can't get in right now, and it's because we've got so much going on. So much work and everything. But
Yeah, when it gets dark at 5, we're inside then.
yeah, that's like by 6 o'clock. I mean, we might be rushing to get everything done at 5, but 6
I
o'clock.
kind of hate it because something I saw said that for where we are, we're going to lose between 50 and 60 minutes in September of daylight. Yep.
Really? Wow. Well, it's getting dark. Time change. We'll have time change. And it's dark before 8 o'clock now, isn't it? Or is it a little after 8?
It's getting dark here.
Yeah, just a little after 8, after we start. No, we've been way too busy. We just sat down. Okay. I wasn't sure if y'all, Dakota, if you and Shayla did a live stream on Sunday. But
Seemingly lots of folks do.
okay.
We just kind of
Yeah.
picked 6 o'clock and
Yeah.
then we changed it.
We're over.
And then
And
we went back to it because that seemed to be the best time.
oh, really? Did you changed from the 6
When we
o'clock
first started
time frame?
doing it, we tried it earlier in the day a couple of times, and we were like, nah, we don't like that, so we went back to 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we try real hard not to schedule anything on Sundays because it's just such a busy day, altogether. And so having the live stream, it'd be nice to have the live stream on a different day. We just don't have another day that would work well for
Us
us
either.
at this
We
point.
don't know that we can
Um,
commit for sure to it. So.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heard that, y'all. Oh, okay. Oop. I was trying to see.
Well, I'm about to have to get off here. I got to
I
go
did for a
close
bit,
up
but-
some roosters. My bro pen doesn't have a door at this point, so I got to go close it up.
Oh, yeah. Well, we just kind of looked down and realized we were a few minutes over, and I got to talk Monty into going out there with
Go
me
catch
and
those
picking up
chickens.
Mr. Big Boy
Go catch those
Cochin.
chickens.
I know. I can do the hens. They're small. It's dark outside. I should be able to get them okay. But I have never picked up Mr. Big Boy coaching. And I don't know how heavy he's going to be. I don't know if my hands can even get around his wingspan and his chest. I'm not 100% confident I can pick him up. And I don't pick him up by the legs and flip them upside down. I
do.
I get them. I sneak up on them and I grab them on their shoulders, hold their wings down, and I just tuck them under my arm and off we go.
Yeah, none of our chickens are
Will you go ahead and
lap
feed her?
chickens.
No,
Her bowl's still full of mine, but
yeah.
Okay, well,
None of our girls are lap chickens. It would be nice,
Do what?
but anyway. Okay.
not that long ago.
Well, we're going to probably hop off of here, guys.
All right.
Robbie, tell us
Alrighty.
good night and did you get to go eat or you
I
got to go eat now?
I got grabbed a bite before while I was watching the farm to table. Before I tried to jump
good.
on.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay. 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 I keep seeing just real quick. I keep seeing Janae's message, but she said heard that y'all so sweet. Janae, if you're still on there, does anybody know how Julie is doing with Heard That? Because I know that she had posted that her surgery, she had her surgery and that all was good. I'm hoping that I don't know if there's been an update if I've missed something. So if so, Janae, if you know something or maybe somebody else is on here and they might know, I'll hop off and kind of try to scan and find out, but just kind of keeping her in prayer for that's Julie with Heard That Outdoor or Heard That, and just wondering about her medical procedure she had. So
Right.
anyway,
Good night,
okay.
everybody.
Good night, y'all.
See y'all.
Thanks for joining us. We will see you guys next week. Okay. Bye. Thanks for joining.